And we're live with a second helping on Jupiter Day. I am the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, yogi, guru, and messenger of God on a thirsty Thursday. We're doing it again. One more time. Why? Because when you don't know what to do, you do nothing. And just do what you normally do. Or don't do nothing. In the essence, I didn't really get off to doing anything. So we're going to do what I always do and try to dig some more shit up. Teach you something. In order to keep up with me, you would have had to catch my last video. And whatever I posted on my community page, I'm seeing Kanye. It don't take much to shut that fucker up. It really don't. He gets all in his feelings real easy, like, what's his sign? Speaking of which, as soon as I went to get on, I saw fucking Wolfman. If you don't get the fuck out of my face, talking about Sagittarius, full bloom reconciliation. So what the fuck are you talking about, Nika? I don't want to hear your bullshit. That is not the story that I want to talk about right now. That's not what's going on my side. You must be reading for lower vibrational twin flames that are got that circle around the block type energy. There is a Mercury retrograde coming. Are you gonna retrograde? I hope I don't. We usually all do, don't we? Anyways, so what's up? I don't know. It was funny, this dude's like, what are you about to get into? I was like, I don't know. I have no energy to really do anything. I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing? I don't know. We're going to figure out some more shit. We're going to dig into some more shit. The video earlier was actually cool because, like, as though I thought something was wrong. It wasn't. My fucking face hurt and I needed to rest. And then it really started hurting and I'm like, ugh, this hurts. So nothing emotionally. It was physically. I was like, well, this sucks. Anyway, so I'm bored. I'm not going to sit around smoking. I don't want to hang out outside. I don't want to go anywhere. Star Wars is on and Yoda is talking about the dark side and all that, and I was like, well, this sounds exactly like what I'm supposed to be talking about too. So we're going to dig into some more cards. Again, I only brought a couple with me, so we're going to go with what I have and kind of just go into some shit. Let's pull our next Kali card. Who's Kali? Me. Always me. Mahakali. That's me. That's me in another version. Like, how many lives did you have? Oh, way too many. This is supposed to be the best one. It's really kind of something else, I'll tell you what. All lives were. All lives were. This is me in the Hindu energy. And I can feel that our Egyptian energy, our 10-day forecast is rolling up on us pretty fast. It's rolling up on that ass. So let's talk about me and what I'm doing for me and the energy in the collective. Yes, I went to 14. We're going to number 16. Let's see here. So this should just be more confirmation of what I said earlier, what I read earlier. Just more understanding, a deeper understanding. As Luke is going into the darkness, he asked him, what's in there? Only what you take with you. It's talking about the dark side. All right, her magnificent steadies the anxious mind and reassures the heart of the empowering grace that arises through trust in her. Attempting to fathom the wisdom behind the workings of the Divine Mother would be like trying to cram the entire ocean into a teacup. Oh yeah, spill the tea, bitches. I said that earlier. I was like, you're trying to understand me? Good luck. I'm spending my whole life doing it. Now you don't know me. There's too many layers to me. Like, what part of me are you trying to get? Are you trying to get the Lilith? You're trying to get the Kali? You're trying to get Medusa? What part of me are you trying to capture? Because you can't put a genie in a bottle. Such wisdom is vast, and our perspective is limited. Yet, we do not need to understand divine will to benefit from it. And that goes back to what I said earlier. I was like, put that in your skin. Put that in your cup and drink it. It's like, just because they're not here doesn't mean that they've left. And that's what I was trying to teach you. It's like you guys have this detachment, you know what I mean? This attachment to physicality where it keeps you detached. Yeah, we do not need to understand divine will to benefit from it. Better to allow her creativity, resourcefulness, and unlimited vision to take effect in our lives, bringing us every grace necessary for our blessed fulfillment. As I was seeing that, I was seeing, they want me to tell you what happened. I wasn't going to, but I can't ever keep a secret. I went out to have a cigarette and I saw this guy that I'd seen many times. I spoke with him the last time I was here. I think I actually made a video and uploaded it. He might be mad. Anyways, I don't know. I talked to this guy, I call it outreaching. You know what I mean? I pastored this guy a long time ago and he recognized me. And we were sitting out there and he told me that earlier there was a family out there, a woman with her children, and he went and got them some McDonald's while they were waiting. He told me their whole story and how he went and blessed them. That was the beginning of the story. And the reason we brought that up is because the hamburger was on the floor that he had bought for this family. And he's like, I'm glad they're not here. You know, they figured it out. And I just want to bring it out is like, bring it out is another, and that's what I told him too. I was like, that's another beautiful story. You know, I told him about the Copenhagen. I told him about the person taking off their shoes. I was like, you know, you buying that family a meal, you know, that's been me, where people have come in and helped me and my children. You know what I mean? And that's what God asked. So, you know, that was a beautiful story. And then we sat down and talked about all kinds of stuff. And then he said the coolest thing, and only Wolfman's going to get really bothered by this. But Wolfman's like, you like when they're obsessed. You could like that kind of shit. So he's like, I'm going to like stalk you for like the next day or two. I was like, I love that. That's great. I was like, you know, I got lots of stalkers. That's what I said. Anyways, another testimony to greatness is like people are being called out of their heart, to act out of their heart. And that's what I said, is like your mind can make up a million excuses why you shouldn't be nice or kind or helpful or loving to a person. But your heart, I'm seeing it, that people's hearts are turning on and forcing them to do what they wouldn't do before. It's a beautiful thing. Not to say that this guy wouldn't buy somebody something to eat, but it's just starting out that I'm seeing it more and more and more. I'm seeing the giving heart outside of me. It's beautiful. That was the point of that story. First of the 10 wisdom goddesses, or the Mahavidas, is the 10-armed Mahakali. She is laden with her sacred weapons. Many arms and weapons symbolize the capacity of the Divine Mother to work beyond human limitations. The contrast is not intended to diminish the dignity of our humanity. Humans have a tremendous capacity for heroism, kindness, love, grace, and generosity. Rather, it is an encouragement to engage with the divine with perfect trust in our hearts. Multiple weapons represent multiple creative powers to conquer multiple issues. More than 2 arms indicate that divine workings are not limited by human perspective or capacities. Meaning there's things that are moving around you that you can't see. You can't even fathom how much is moving around. And I shared a video about that again. It popped up, Doctor Strange. It's like, I really live in that world that, you know, they made a movie about. It's unlimited. You can see all kinds of possibilities. It's just, right now, all you can see is problems. You don't see solutions, you see problems. Because you're driven by fear. Your brain is on a program of fear. It fears things. So it's always looking for, you know, it's a antivirus system. It's a security system that's always looking for, you know what I mean, infiltration, which is failure. Possible failures. So, like, it's paranoid. Your brain is paranoid, period. It's paranoid. And it wants to keep you safe and happy and successful and all that shit that you told it you wanted out of life. So it's avoiding all of these possible risks. It's an AI system that will not allow risk. It's like, it's super funny. I'm seeing, it's a movie called Home. It's a Disney movie. And the Boo girl, you don't know math. If there's any chance of failure, we run away. And that goes back to the Croods, which is going back to cavemen. You know what I mean? He'd never not be afraid is what the saying is. He tells his family, never not be afraid. You know, the opposite. And it's like your brain fears all things it does not know. And it tries to keep you away from things you do not know. Okay? But you don't know that there's so much else going on outside of you. So all you can see is the things you fear because it's looking for them. Multiple weapons represent multiple creative powers, blah, blah, blah. This is reassuring. The divine can accomplish work beyond what would be possible through human effort alone. And that goes back to the story of Peter. Peter, you in your skin, you're like, I could never do this. You can't. You can't. But the God that lives within you can turn on and you can do all great things. You have to access that God. Who is it? Is it another being inside of you? No, it's you. You are part of God. You have to learn that part of you to be part of God again. But no, you are limited to what you can do. You'll tell yourself all day you can't do shit. But with God, all things are possible. Meaning, if you say, so God, I trust you, God. Meaning, I don't trust myself. I don't think I can do this. That's the ego. All the time telling you what you cannot do. And why is it telling you that? Because other people have, or it's seen it somewhere that humans can't do such things. You know what I spend at least once a day thinking about? Levitation. I'll do it. One day you'll see my body rise. I will get this light to lift this body in crowds, on stages, over people. Will I fly for long periods? No, that's weird. I'm going to get the broom for that because I promised everyone I would break the code and show you what they did before. But I don't sit there for long periods, but I always remember that seed. One day I'm going to fly again. I can make this body fly. I am the light inside. I can lift this body one day. I can lift this body one day. Everybody says that's impossible. I believe it every day because it can be done. You know what I mean? It really can. And that's where you guys, your brain is telling you, no, it can't. It's like, no, but there's a whole universe in me. There's a light in me that there's everything is inside me that can lift this body. If I just put my focus on the light, it can lift this body. It's really something that I'm working towards. Why? Just to creep you out? Truthfully? Just to lift up above you in a crowd, like we're just standing there and all of a sudden I lift up like Storm and just fucking fuck with you? Why? Because that'll show you God lives within me. Only God could do such things. There's a spirit inside of me that you don't understand. It's not a mechanics in my brain. That I am a spirit in here. You know what I mean? Part of this body. That's what I really think about. But that's what it goes down to. It's like you're so limited in your beliefs because they taught you to believe such stupid shit. Right? So, yeah. Mahakali means Great Kali. She is known as the guardian of the cosmic order, the one who selects the timing for all unfoldment. Nothing can be accomplished without the necessary preparation, and not before it's the right time for it. Such process and timing are determined according to higher wisdom, capable of assessing and meeting the spiritual needs of all beings simultaneously. And that's it. I don't feel the go. And that's what I was showing Milia. So yesterday morning, my dog would not do her normal walk. And she couldn't believe it. I was like, she keeps dragging me around. And when I try to pull her, she puts her face down, gives me this look like it's either Puss in Boots or I will bite you. She looks me dead in my face, plants her freaking paws down, and is like, I'm not going in yet. So we did that all morning. She did it for like 20 fucking minutes yesterday. When she finally let me walk in, I pushed the button to the elevator and out comes a fucking gurney, bro. Somebody's being wheeled out on a stretcher. They're unconscious. It's a black man. And so at that moment, it's like she kept me somewhere until I could meet that moment and look upon this man and pray over him. Right? So today she did it to Amelia. We're just sitting out there and she won't let her come in. I was like, I told you that's what she's been doing to me. Just let her do it. Because yesterday we were supposed to do something. And that's what I mean. It's like these moments. Something holds you back so that you can align at the perfect moment. And that's that moment when you walk up to a stranger. Every moment, that guy, I'd already seen him. I already know what's going on. I'm too psychic not to know why you're here again. I ask myself, and I know what's happening. The cards told us you were coming before you came, buddy. That's what he said. Do you need anything? I'm down in this room. What'd they say? A masculine, you know what I mean? A supportive masculine is coming in. And that's it. It's like he's out there helping women and children. And then you know what I mean? Like, it's just, there's no coincidences. What goes around comes around. And then I was telling him how I talk and what I do. He's like, "That's cool." I was like, "Yeah, it's cool." Until you get real deep in it, it's like I talk to aliens and shit too, dude. We cannot know what the order of events must be to accomplish the Divine Mother's purpose, and that goes back to me doing laundry the other day. I pulled up at the exact time where that woman was, you know what I mean? I had to align at the perfect time. I had to line myself up with this woman to line up with, everything that happened in a sequence of events. So like today, they're keeping me in alignment or keeping me off the lines, whatever it may be. You know what I mean? And it's just like, you don't know. You're welcome to question, but you don't know. In hindsight, we may attain glimpses of her unfolding genius, but to live in harmony with her requires us to trust in what is unfolding and to work with that. And that's it. You only get a glimpse of what you're supposed to do. And if you don't feel like you're supposed to do it, then you don't do it. You wait, you know what I mean? They give you an idea of what to do, but you have to wait till the will. They give you a vision, then you have the will, and then they have to create the way, right? So that's what I was saying. I had things planned for today, and they just would not align. It wouldn't align for me to get it done, so it's not supposed to be done today. Even when the events seem to be going against us or we cannot see the way to succeed, how do we proceed with such trust? There's no magic to it. It is a choice we make again and again. When we sense the next step is before us, we proceed. When we need to wait, we wait. And that's hard sometimes. I didn't know what to do. But ultimately it was like, just chill. I don't want to chill. We do not try to force, but we tune into our hearts and sense what is guided and connect with the divine as our ally. We recognize what the sequencing of certain events needs to happen. This enables lessons to be learned, so we are ready at every stage for what needs to come next. We are not being denied or blocked. We are being loved. And I've said it before, people's rejection is God's protection. I didn't like your fucking video, bro. I'm going back to it. As soon as I came on, it showed Wolfman and it said Sagittarius, a full bloom reconciliation. With who? It's just where you come to this thing, you're like, it's over. It's over. I'm over it. It's over. It's over. Then it comes to rear its ugly little head again. They said it too. That was last Saturday. I was like, nah, come on. It's not happening again. This isn't happening again. In the sense of, well, here this guy comes again. Something is always coming back around the corner. It's like the same shit you done seen before. Like, well, let's see what this is going to do. I'm just saying, here comes some more bullshit. Let's see. It is a protective compassion that prevents us from seeing anything other than the next 1 or 2 steps ahead. And that's what I try to teach you all the time, guys. He's only giving you one step. One step. He's been telling me Alaska for about 3 years, and I have never took that step. It's like, he's given me a vision, and I'm totally with it. He hasn't really given me the way, so we go a different way. And that's it. There's unlimited possibilities that he's throwing at you. You got to wait till he opens a particular door. And actually, sometimes all of the doors are open, and you got to feel your way through it. It's like, do I feel like I want to walk through this door? No, just wait. Just wait. And even though you can't see what's next, there's always something around the corner, bro. Tomorrow's another fucking day. There's always something new. Always. You're like, always? Fucking always. Unless you're always doing the same old shit. Then you always got something old to deal with. Such a cunt. I mean, ultimately, it's really the truth. So that's where that jump is. And tomorrow's Friday again. For all of my new people, we do this every fucking Friday. You're like, every Friday? Sometimes, dude, when the planets align, like at the end of this month, we're going to be really intensely doing it. We'll hit a full moon and we'll start shedding our skin. What does that mean? We start taking off layers of belief, everything. We start changing completely. We start taking shit off. We get full of shit. We're full of ourselves to the full moon. I'm getting full of myself, right? Then we'll look at it and like, all right, you need to take some of this off. You're too full of yourself. Let's take some of this. Only for you to, at the new moon, start putting more shit on. It's a regenerative cycle, dude, and that's what this is all about, is, you know what I mean? Shedding your skin and putting on new skin. Shedding your skin and putting on new skin. Now, going back to my video earlier, we pulled that. That was a heavy, intense card, bro. It was called the Silkies. And it was talking about, you know what I mean, taking your skin off, but not being, you know what I mean, being denied the ability to put it back on. You know, and then when you do put it back on, you have a sense of resentment where you don't want to even go back to the people that took it off of you. It's very important, and I was seeing that too. It's like, there's a lot of you trying to put on shit that's not yours. You know, I'm seeing Jonica. Bitch, you're not a singer or a songwriter, bro. And you trying to be and selling this idea to him fucked up his singing and songwriting abilities. Putting his focus into your bullshit instead of his own life has, you know what I mean, distorted his music. Trying to focus on giving you a music career when it was never even the, you know what I mean? Like, you weren't working towards a music career until you realized that I am one and we are one and you're not one. And you try to put this shit on. And I told your bitch ass to go back to taking your clothes off. Are you taking your clothes off like you're supposed to? That's your fucking tool. You're that bitch. And that goes back to you too, Russ. The same thing I told fucking Kanye. You might be helpless to her body, but the rest of us, nobody else gives a fuck. It's another body, bro. And she probably got baloney nipples too. Baloney ass nipples. Seriously, she's always trying to lighten her skin. She don't never want nobody to know how dark she really is. You know what I mean? Like, you're always trying to be, she's a perfect example of trying to put on someone's skin. Whose? Mine? Go look through her shit. She's always trying to be like a bitch, bro. Always trying to, I call her my doppelganger, bro. I've never seen anybody in my life do something like this. Try so hard. She's a whole lookalike. Like, you could put, like, she tries so hard. She doesn't look like me at all. But she tries to dress herself up. She studies my pictures. She studies everything. She tries to be me. It's like the talented Mr. Ripley, but scary, bro. And that's what my daughter showed me. It's like, she called it a doppelganger, and she showed me how weirdly AI version these people are. And she's just the top tier, bro. There's lots of them out there that are like using my words and trying to have conversations like me. And I think it's absolutely filthy. And God's like, oh, look, they want to be like you. They need to be like you because they ain't like shit. I'm like, bitch, you ain't shit looking. You look like shit. This is not who you are. Trying to put my skin on, trying to put on anyone's skin. She want to be Kim Kardashian. She want to be fucking Beyonce. She want to be fucking Lucky the Phoenix. She want to be Russ. She want to be everybody. You're a boho, bro. A boho, bro. Own that shit and quit fucking around. Want to be a Fashion Nova. I came out here, this bitch was fucking pushing Temu. Yeah. That's what happened when I started. This bitch, and now she thinks she's, you know what I mean? Living the lifestyle of the rich and motherfucking famous and all this shit. She want to fucking totally destiny swap fucking Russ or somebody else. Bitch, you still ain't shit. Go cook you some what is he say? Cinnamon rolls. You're limited to cinnamon rolls. Going back to it, is he going to marry you and give you a baby? His job is to give you a career. Going back to you, Logic, you're about over there trying to build your wife a career. Bobby, you're trying to build a bitch up. You better accept these bitches for what the fuck they are and quit trying to compete where they can't compare. These bitches wasn't shit when you got them. Now you want to act like you got some good shit and trying to make them into some shit they ain't. She ain't an ain't shit bitch. She's a hot bitch. That's all you got. But everyone got one. So move the fuck on, Russ. Kanye. Whoever else is all about your hot bitch, that bitch ain't shit. I'll show you a hotter bitch real quick. Make your dick wet. Get the fuck out of my face with that fucking surface level shit. That's what I mean. I can't wait for her to drop her next fucking bunk ass song. It can't be. Her last one was produced by Russ and did nothing. Nothing. All of Russ's songs do nothing.
I thought I was gonna get an actual ice cream. No.
I know, we're going to the store soon. So, like, get the fuck out of my face with that bullshit. I'm talking about trying to be somebody. And that goes back to, we were laughing so hard. I told my kids that. We were laughing about the Grammys, right? I was like, Russ's biggest dream is to be in that fucking, to sit in that bullshit. Like, he can't have that. He fucking dies to be part of it. And he can't have it. You want to be part of this weak-ass, bull-ass shit? Well, maybe you could be my +1 when you ditch your bitch-ass fucking girlfriend. But that's it. You're going to go as someone's date, not as a nominee, as someone's date. Get that right. Get it right. Get it tight. Ultimately, I mean, if we want to go back to contracts, who was supposed to help you live your dream? Not that bitch. She lived nothing. She brought him. I mean, like attracts like, and I appreciate the fact that God gave him her, and I didn't have to be part of any of this shit. But that was that girl is his karma, and he is gonna stay in that karma for as long as he stays with that girl. She is a full reflection of him, and I think about what Bobby says. I ain't never met no Heather, but he says she is just like him. You look at fucking Logic's goofy ass wife. She is just like him. You got a bunch of goofy motherfuckers out here. You know what I mean? Like, how are you guys growing together when neither one of you is growing? Bunch of completely stunted in your youth type shit. All up in the ego type shit. Anyways, going back to it. It's like, you're trying to be somebody. Who you trying to be tomorrow, bitch? Who you gonna be tomorrow? You gonna be a singer? You gonna be a songwriter? You gonna get a Grammy? Find a fucking dream. Dream your own little dream, you fucking... I can't. I've been dealing with this girl for like 2 motherfucking years, yo. He's been dealing with her for 4. What the fuck are you dealing with? I swear you could do better, bro. There's hotter girls. You could actually have a singer and songwriter if you got rid of this fucking bunk-ass boho. She knows it too. That's why she's trying to compete. Because you work with all these hot singer and songwriters, and she's hella insecure. She wants to eat the box. You guys are out there fighting for the same box. Get the fuck out of here, you beatboxers. I can't stand it. I can't stand y'all. I'm dead. This has nothing to do with music. Nothing. The music you write has nothing to do with reality, to be honest. You're doing it all because, for the clout. Both of you. Both of you. Who else is writing music just for fucking Kanye? You know what I mean? What the fuck are you writing music for? What the fuck do you have to say that resonates? Where is your voice to the people, to the people's heart? Oh, you feel their pain, their suffering, their anger. Okay, Marshall, shut the fuck up. Do you feel anything else? Can you feel for these people other than darkness? Or you want them to feel your darkness? Shut the fuck up, bro. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You're full of shit. Shut the fuck up. Keep your feelings to yourself. Nobody wants to buy that shit. Going back to what the fuck this bitch gonna talk about? Remember all that shit? She's like, she was advertising for someone for dogs for her video. I never watched the bullshit or nothing. Neither did anyone else. How much did you pay for that, Russ? That whole little thing. And then she had a release party after it, with all the girls and all expensive. And she made clothes to go with it. A teeny little dress that I would never put on my daughter. That's not even built for anybody's daughter. Where'd that come from, Russ? All those clothes you're buying. Like, what the fuck are you doing, bitch? Sugar daddy. I laughed. He tried to show up. Why? He was doing it out of spite. He was like, I'm poor, and he wanted to show that he can lavish other girls. Okay, she don't look so lavish, bro. She looks like a basic-ass boho bitch to me. Looks like both of you are failing at life completely. But on the other hand, at least you're taking pictures with her and not your mother. So this is a plus. Something worked. We got rid of the mother. And the beat goes on. I love you, Russell. You want to come party? You want to go have sex under the moon or something? Do something real and fun? You want to keep playing with your boho? Who says no to that? I'd be totally throwing it at Russ. Why? Because Russ can't handle it. He can't. He can't handle it. There's no fear when it comes to him. Come here, I'll sit on your fucking face. Come here, dude. Fucking asshole. You're such a pain in my ass. Going back to this guy, full reconciliation. Am I calling you in? Are we reconciling? Did you get rid of the boho? Did you put her back in her $2 million house and pack up all her shit? Drive that shit to her house? He probably, no shit, bro. He'd have to get a moving vehicle to get all of her shit out of his house. He'd have to get a moving truck. He's bought that bitch so much shit, he'd have to buy a moving truck to get it all out. That's funny, bro. What the fuck is she gonna do with it? Nothing. It's not like that's what's so funny, bro. This is a one-night stand. This is one outfit a day. You are forever gonna have to keep pouring into this bitch, bro. All those clothes you done bought her, she's not gonna wear again because she already took one picture, so she can't take 2. Who's responsible for buying her a new outfit every day? That would be you, my friend. Is it working out for you? I said, Marshall, are you tired of blowjobs? be the best of friends. Can't wait to bring you all together. It's going to be great. We're never going to stop laughing. Pass the weed, Logic. This shit's going to be good, bro. Watch these Libras tear each other apart. It's going to be hilarious. Don't worry, Russ ain't going to say shit. He ain't saying shit, bitch. You think Russ going to say something smart to Marshall, to Royce, to Logic, to any of us? He ain't saying shit. His mama got his tongue. That's why you ain't getting a Grammy, bro. You don't know how to talk up. I'm talking hella shit. Damn it, it's a little early. Are you coming at me with some bullshit? Or maybe we're just putting up the fucking barrier so you don't. Don't come at me with that bullshit. Going back to trying to put on my skin. You couldn't beat me, bro. He tries. He tries. You know what I mean? That goes back to Will Smith. Trying to write songs about what we do. You don't do it. Look at you. You're over having sex with Diddy. You gave your son to Diddy to have sex with, bro. Your daughter, he wore a house over his head, bro. You guys are very mentally ill. You can say it's fashion, but truthfully, you're just begging for attention in all ways, shapes, and forms. Nobody loves you. It is going back to skee ball over there. You know what I mean? Jada she said she hates sex with you and everything. She dreams about Pac. She says Pac says that's not true at all. But, you know, she doesn't even like your movies. She doesn't like anything with you. She brought another man in. She can't stand you. And yet you're happily married and these are your children. Sucks to be you, loser. No wonder you're holding on to a music career hoping you could find a groupie. Oh, man. Grow the fuck up. It is protective compassion that prevents us from seeing. Yeah, moving on. Mahakali reminds us it will be at the best time. It may be after we acknowledge there is a problem that we need to resolve, or when we have created some mental space, so an essential understanding is not lost in psychological clutter. If you have felt like you have the best insight after a shower, or you have switched off during a yoga class or exercise session, then you have experienced how much easier it is to access inner guidance when you switch off and empty the mind. Well, I don't have anything in my mind. And if I do, I work through it. And that's where it is I had some ideas of what I wanted to do today, but I couldn't do any of that. So basically, I had nothing. And as far as meditating, I sat outside, but I couldn't go into that state. I was more aware of what was outside than what was going on inside. Meaning, you know, we're wearing the skin, and that's okay. You know, I spend too much time not in my skin. Oh, he taught me something. I was like, that explains everything. So I told the guy, he was outside, we were talking about drugs. Actually, we were talking about drugs. He said something clear. I was like, what is clear? He's like, meth. I was like, we didn't call it that. I'm old. I was like, how old are you? I was like, I'm 42. He's all, I'm 46. I was like, we called it, you know, I'm part of the old school, dude. We, you know, when there was lemon drop and fucking shit like that. And he's like, dude, you're talking about the peanut butter. I was like, ugh. I was like, do you feel it? Do you feel like an anxiety when you say it? I was like, I feel a disgust. I can smell it as we say it. He was like, really? I was like, yeah, it's attached to memories of disgust. But anyways, we were talking about that, and I was like, it's like nowadays, I don't even know what the drugs are. I was like, these people kept asking me for blues, and I didn't know what it was. He's like, oh. And he's like, yeah. So earlier today, I saw the lady. She was walking through the hall doing room checks. I've never seen that in a hotel. She said it's mandatory now. We've got to make sure people are not cooking, burning incense, smoking in the room, or actually, you know, something worse. She's like, I pray every time I do this. I was like, have you found stuff? She's like, yeah. She's like, and she's wearing a mask, and she's all, I was like, they don't pay you enough. She's like, not to be going around fentanyl. I was like, I heard it smells like burnt popcorn. She said, exactly like that. I was like, wow. So anyways, her job is like, she's got to knock on people's door and make sure that people aren't overdosed, that they're not in here breaking the laws and all this stuff. So we're talking about all this outside. And he's like, you know, they'd be on that fucking nod, just sitting there, you know, something. He said something. I was like, that explains it all. So I sit outside of my hotel rooms and I put my phone in my lap and I go into trance. It looks like I'm on a nod, bro. That's why they keep coming to me. They think I'm nodded out, so they come to me looking for what I'm on. That's what they're always asking me. What are you up to? What are you on? What are you at? And I'm like, I'm fucking meditating. I'm a witch. I'm doing all that. That's what I was like, that explains it. Because I showed him. As soon as they said it, I got off of the freaking bench and I was like, this is what I do. And I just got down. He's like, yeah, they think you're nodding. I was like, oh, okay. That explains why they keep coming to me. I didn't know. Fucking Blue's Clues. I didn't know why they keep coming to me. Anyways, he taught me something new. Let's keep moving on here. Psychological cutter, when you switch off. Yeah, be here now and attend to what you can attend to now. Leave all else until the right moment is upon you. And that's it. I kept thinking, but I didn't have no movement. And it was such a beautiful day. And I just felt like I would seize the day. There's a lot of those times, you know, I'm famous for it. It's like, I'm ready. Bitch, you ain't going nowhere. Come on. That's kind of what happened. And truthfully, dude, I really like passed out. My whole face, like, it hurts. You know where your jaw meets your ear right in the middle? That's just hurting me right now. And it's giving me a, you know, like a nerve into my head. It was kind of hurting. Your heart shall instinctively know that moment without needing to be told. And that's it. Out of nowhere, I'll be like, I got to go. My spirit says it's time to go. You wait until you're ready to go. You don't necessarily, you know, even though you have an intention, I'm going to the store, you can end up, you know, 4 hours later somewhere else. And that's why my kids don't roll with me, because they know that kind of shit happens. It's like, you know, when you get that go, you go. But you can't force it to go. All that is happening now is you are growing towards that moment. All that is happening before has grown you into the capacity for this moment. This is as it is, and Mahakali's beautiful wisdom dance as she wields the weapons needed to provide the right conditions, the right endings, the right beginnings, within which the soul can flourish. Trust that what is happening now will give way to new expression when the time is right. This will be when your readiness matches the requirements for success. And that goes back to it. You can't force movement. Like, I'm ready, you're not. Why am I not ready? Because I said so. And that's it. It's like I went looking to see what's holding me back. The spirit. And in essence, I'm always thinking I'm holding me back. There's something I must do to go forward. And that's what it is like you're holding yourself back. So I'm always looking to see, am I the problem? I don't really think there's a problem outside of me. I believe that I'm the problem. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so let's see here. Attend to your work with determination and hope in your heart. Trust that the divine is taking care of everything else. Here's your invocation. Mahakali Adi Shakti, Queen of Cosmic Order. I bow to your wisdom. I humbly acknowledge that the closest I can come to understanding your workings is to show reverence for the mystery of life. And so, I love and accept who I have been, who I am now, and trust in the continued unfolding of my being under your skillful care. I open to the blessing of the needed thing, the needed task, the necessary knowledge, and I'm getting totally pulled away because the blue Tara is next. And your sublime, generous grace. I summon the courage within my heart and trust in your love for me. I will proceed for the spiritual benefits of all beings. My Hakali, may all beings know your loving. I'm seeing stuff. Hold on. I summon the courage within my heart and trust in the love and your love for me, and I proceed with the spiritual benefit of all beings. May all beings know your loving presence and embrace their divine destiny as prescribed by your wisdom-bearing heart. Hi, Ma Kali. They're showing me that I said that earlier in my video, is you're waiting to become something, but you're missing the becoming of what you are. Be seated and stand comfortably. You can now honor the 10th Mahakali with the following mudra dance. Start with both hands in prayer above your head. Inhale, exhale. Move both hands apart above your head as if receiving abundant blessings from the heavens, meaning your hands up in praise. Inhale, exhale. Extend both arms out to either side, palms facing outward, fingertips facing up. Inhale, exhale. Extend both arms facing downwards as blessings are dropping from your hands, palms facing forward, fingertips extended down. Inhale, exhale. So the first one is like this. The second one would be like this. Okay? Place both hands in prayer before your heart. Inhale, exhale. Pause for a minute, honoring her presence within you and in all lives. Within your heart, choose to trust in divine timing. You have completed your sacred ritual. Well, divine timing, that's where we're at. We can't force time to go in our direction. You can't bring back time. You can only stay in the present. Because, like I tried to explain to you guys, planning for tomorrow is impossible because it's limitless possibilities. What we think tomorrow looks like, it might not look like. You have an idea of what Friday should look like. You can create your reality based on that, but your reality can shift because, truthfully, you don't control the outside world. You only control your reality. The outside world is ever changing. You know what I mean? So you have to be flexible and adaptable to this isn't, sorry, I'm seeing Darth Vader up there. This isn't my life, but I'm part of, life. I'm just here, part of life. So, trying, I guess, ultimately is trying to force your way into, force your way. Understanding that a way is being provided for you. Once you do have the first clue, you go with it, Blue's Clues. And, so going back to Friday, what happens is an awakening happens on a Friday. It's called an ego death. A tower comes. God's going to show you something in a higher perspective. He's going to show you something that you've probably seen a million times, but you've never seen it like this before, and it's going to shatter your reality. You're going to be like, damn, I never saw it like that before. And it's going to be it's going to alter your ego to where you're not going to want to accept the way that you're seeing things. That's your free will. God will bring you the truth when he thinks you're ready. You must walk in that readiness. When he shows you the truth, you must accept this reality, as painful as it is, and you must walk in this new reality. Most of the people that get stagnant on my page, they can't accept it for what it is and walk in it. They refuse to see it. And so he keeps bringing it back to them. And he keeps bringing it back, and it makes it harder to where they can't not look at it. Doesn't mean that they're brave enough to do it. It just means that they can't avoid it anymore. Could be your relationship, could be your job, could be your house. There's many things. We go through them, all different layers of them. And I teach you the art of detachment is he's telling you to walk away from this. Has he told us to walk away from anything yet? Not yet. I mean, it's always the same shit, though. It's always bad relationships. The people you are connected to, you're connected to their karma, right? These are people you've become, comfortable with. You're comfortable with the way things are, and you're not accepting of new ways of life. So he's ultimately trying to disconnect you. If you're not connected to this person, he can connect you with better people to teach you better things. You know what I mean? Take you on different journeys, if that's how you are. And that's pretty much, the codependency and the parasitical ways of human beings, that need for connection usually leads you to people. So he's trying to put better people in your life, but so that, he doesn't want you to not have people. You know what I mean? So he's trying to get you to remove those that are no longer serving your current, your current evolution. Yes, they were where you were when you started this, but now you're ready to go in a different direction, and you have to detach to go into that direction. It's very difficult. I spend a lot of time trying to drag people, where I'm going, but I can't. If I sit there waiting too long, I don't miss it. I'll just have to wait till it happens again. And ultimately that holds me back. You know what I mean? Holding on to anything can hold you back because, ultimately it's just a tie. It's a ball and chain. Your thought of, I can't let this person go, is a ball and chain to where you can't go forward. But you don't need this person to go forward. And in essence, your loyalty to this person is holding you back. Because that person can't take you where you need to go. And there's no room for you to take that person. Because it's your dream. God talked to Jesus, but he also talked to the disciples. He gave, he gave everybody, Paul. Paul didn't get his works from Jesus. He didn't get his orders from Jesus. He got them from God directly. Right? He took him on they're all doing the same task, but different, being led differently. Do you know what I mean? All part of the same family and on the same, and that's it. You know, Paul, all of his letters, my family in Christ. You know what I mean? My brothers and sisters in Christ. To you, my brothers and sisters in Christ. It's like we are together, even though I am here and I am apart. That was a lot of his writings, you know, from the jails and shit. I send Timothy, and I'm going to send my words to you. He'd write them, the letters, and that's what it is. The letters, you know, to the Ephesians, to, you know what I mean, to all of them. He sent God's word. God is speaking to me, and I'm going to get this word to you through my homeboy, is how a lot of that worked. And, so going back to it is like God, you know, even back to, I'm seeing it, you know, God came and talked to the king's wife and was like, she told him the next morning, she's like, he's, you know, the God of the Jews has come to me, wash your hands of this. He didn't tell me nothing, but I believe that he's talking to you. And that's it. It's like, you know, he's calling you, not them. And they don't know that calling. And that goes back to whatever was happening between Kim and Kanye. Kim couldn't hear God talking to Kanye. She thought he was going crazy. And so she put medication in him to now he can't hear God anymore. All he hears is himself and whatever else. Now he's telling people he's autistic because his next wife told him something else is wrong with him. Why don't they tell you something's right? Why do they keep telling you something's wrong with you, Kanye? How can they love you if they keep trying to analyze you and put you in a box and in a folder and put a pill on you? There's nothing wrong with you but your thoughts, bro. There's no happy pill to make this go away, and you can't change your reality till we start dealing with it, dickhead. But ultimately, you know what I mean? It's like your calling is your calling. And they don't hear it, and they don't know it, and they're not being called. Joseph didn't hear the Holy Spirit tell Mary anything. He had to trust that she was literally talking to God and that God was going to do all this shit. All he did was love her. What the fuck you mean you're going to get pregnant? By who? The Holy Spirit. Bitch, are you fucking serious? Is the kind of life we live in now where you wouldn't believe it. But he had to. And everybody else believed it. You know what I mean? Did she run around saying, oh my God, the Holy Spirit's going to get me pregnant? The Holy Spirit, no, bro. It was already determined that this would happen. She was just the chosen one. And then in the sense of he didn't know what God was saying, only she did. And he either chose to follow her in his, you know, in her conversation with God, or to leave and not be part of God. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like going back to your shitty ass relationships, it's like, yeah, I get it. You love them. They got you through your hard times, but you can't get them they're keeping you in hard times. You have to go out and get your, you know what I mean? You have to go and, like I said to the dude, I got to go get my kids some dinner. I got to go forage. I mean, I got to go out into the wilderness and I've got to find what I need for my family. And in most of your cases, it's your healing. You need to bring healing back to your family. You need to bring these teachings. You need to bring yourself better. You know what I mean? A better version of yourself back to your families. I'm just saying. I don't know. Whatever. Damn. We spent like 48 minutes on this one. I'm not surprised. So, yeah, we're going through, as the video said earlier, we're going through a transition of, you know what I mean, shedding our skins, going into something new. We're not really fully developed, is what they said. We're not really ready to move on anything, is what they're saying. We have to stay still and just trust that everything's moving for us while we're not moving. Typical. Let's do a couple more tarot cards and I'm going to go and get something to eat. I have no idea what we're going to eat. I really don't. They're not hard to please. I would rather just get them a pizza. It's me. I can't choose. Probably do that and just get ice cream. You guys want a pizza? I see Domino's, dude. Domino's got good pizza. I don't know why I'm seeing Domino's. I don't know. Let's see here. What do we got? Ten of Cups. It's not the Ace. Maybe. No, it's not the Ace of Cups. I don't believe so. I think it's the Messenger. The Knight of Cups. Emotion, romance in the flow. Juicy, loving action. Sharing love freely. Flow, making love, grace and gratitude. Sensuality, feeding your imagination. A charming, romantic person. A spiritual path. Whoa. Sure. Is any of that going on in your life? Are they trying to tell me about this dude I just met? Don't start, Holy Spirit. Let's see. Reverse possibility. Disconnected from reality. That sounds about right. And moody. Yeah, that sounds more like me. Madam Moody. I'm not, really. As I said, I was kind of being a bitch earlier. I don't really know why. He's like, that's cool. I was like, no, I had no reason to be a bitch. I was just being a bitch. Disconnected from reality. I'm not part of the world outside. I'm really not. I'm in my own world. So that sounds about right. What else? Here we go with the freaking Queen of Cups. Being tapped into your... I'm just going to read these. I want to know. Sorry, just try to keep up with me here. It's all about loving. It's not a person, it's us. Queen of Swords. Those are my two strongest suits. I'm the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups, and when I stay in either or, it keeps me out of my Empress. The Queen of Cups is all loving. The Queen of Swords is all serious. Meaning we're going to cut through the bullshit. The Queen of Cups is, I'm going to love you through the bullshit. Knight of Wands. Could be a fire sign. That's adventure. Alright, so we're harnessing, that's the balance, the duality again. Taking an adventure in our duality. And the Hangman. Not sure which way to go. Sounds about right. Got to start with new love. The truth shall set you free. Meaning there's good things are about to come as we let the old things die. Do you see these cards? No way, right? All fucking serious, dude. Somebody's watching me like, damn, your cards are crazy. Your story's crazy. Yeah, is that what happened when you went to go get a tarot read on me? Nope, because they won't tell you the real truth. Ten of Swords being burdened. That's what I said earlier to that dude. I was like, well, apparently it said that I was heartbroken, but I'm overcoming heartbreak. And so that I'm going through the healing process of it. Right? And that's what we talked about. But I wasn't, it wasn't as far as overcoming heartbreak, it means, they're not isolated events. It's the whole thing. Overcoming the whole thing. You know what I mean? Feeling trapped. Burdened and trapped. But being trapped is you're trapped of your own making. The Eight of Swords is your self inflicted. But the Nine of Cups is all possibilities, all happiness. Do you hear that? So the story tells itself. The story tells itself. It starts with self-love. Right? Taking the initiative to take self-love, right? Stepping into your Queen of Cups. But being serious about it. Right? That's what it said. The adventure lies within that. The Hangman didn't come next. That's where it all starts again, is love. Being hung up on it. Right? Makes you worried and stressed out. Feels like you're trapped. But the truth is, and that was in there too, is the truth is, it's the answer. If you just let it go. Death, transformation, rebirth. This card is the most beautiful card in the deck, is how it literally starts. It means the end is a new beginning. And that's where this dickhead came out with a full reconciliation. What the fuck does that mean? That's exactly what the Nine of Cups is about. Shall we keep asking? We talked about this earlier too. We're all in love. It's all in about our feelings and starting with the basics of love. Loving ourselves and being open to love again. But that's what I told you, is after you go through this, you're like, ugh, I don't want to do this again. But that's the journey. It's a long journey ahead. And it's like, it doesn't just stop with one person. You learn how to love and you keep loving. That's what God says. Love them until it hurts. Never stop loving, but go and love more. Right? Six of Cups. See it? This is a whole story being played out about our emotions. And I'm teaching you about it to the Hierophant. I know what you see. I see it too. Shut up. I'm not telling them that. They don't know tarot. Something from the past. The Hierophant represents a marriage. When it's not represented as the elder and the teacher. Nine of Swords. Okay, enough. We're gonna have an exciting weekend, apparently. I didn't really plan on an exciting weekend. I mean, I guess. Last card. Oh no. You're gonna have to make a choice. Close your eyes. Pick one. Oh no. It's gonna happen. You're gonna have to choose. Who am I choosing between? I love you all. Oh no. The answer's inside. That says it all right there. If I can't be a priestess with you, I don't want to be with you. Going back to the skin. This is what I do. I don't want to hold this back. Every time I meet someone, like going back to him, it's like, I'm a whole oracle, bro. I'm a whole fucking freak. I'm a spirit, bro. I am human, and we can have a human life, but if I can't be a spirit here with you, then I don't want to be with you. If I can't be free to be my spirit. Meaning, my kids have to understand it. I got to do a reading. I got to do a ceremony. I'm doing shadow work. This is my life. My life is about spirituality, my own spirit and teaching others. And if I can't be that, then nothing else matters. I am a high priestess above all things. Yeah, I can write great music, and I can cook, and I can clean, and I can do all these great things. But my greatest gift given to me by God is my ability to teach spirituality to people. I know what is unknown. And that's what I'm here to do. It's my purpose. If I can't live out my purpose with you, and that purpose doesn't align with you, then I can't be with you. If you can't allow me to be the high priestess, and what that entails, and you've learned, for any of you that are watching, is God, I'm God's servant. At any time he can call me into the woods. At any time he can pack up my bags. At any time he can tell me to go. Will you be there to go with me? Or will you abandon me because you don't have the faith to understand that my God is calling me for great works? You might not know his voice, but you have to understand that he talks directly to me and everybody else, and I have to have this connection, and I can't deny this connection. Going back to Bobby, we didn't even start there. I can't be me with him. All of this freaks him out. He has no idea what any of this is, and he's freaked out by it. He's, cash is king to somebody like him. I can't be me with him. You know what I mean? Like, every Friday, babe. Every Friday, I'm going to go through hard shit. Every Saturday, I'm going to go through hard shit. You know what I mean? Like, this is my life, bro. It's ever changing, but there are some constants about this that need to stay constant. And that's it. I am the high priestess, always. Let me give you the definition out of this card. I have to be able to do this. Like, you know, when I can't do anything, this is what I do. This is what brings me peace. This is home. I can find my way home through this, through God, through, you know, when I can't find my way any other way, I go this way. And that's it. It's like, you know, it's all about this. Here it goes again. That's the Wheel of Fortune. I don't know what you need in your life to be able to, you have to be able to do these things to be able to live. But maybe you need to figure that out so that you can tell somebody too when that moment comes. If I can't be this, then I can't be with you. It's not uncompromisable, but you must understand that this is what I am. It's not becoming, it's what I am. You have to allow me to be what I am. I serve the Virgin Goddess. The hidden power behind the curtain, or behind creation. I am the vast ocean of potential, which is the thread of magic that flows through the universe, holding all within, past, present, and future, simultaneously. Only in silent retirement of the world will the voice of your soul be heard. Only when you listen to it will you discover your spiritual power. Your rational conscious mind is continually analyzing and questioning, weaving its own view of reality stitched together by beliefs and ideas. But know that the spiritual insight springs from your subconscious, and it is a quiet voice speaking a different language, communicating in symbols and metaphors. This can only happen when the chatter and the thinking mind can be stilled. And that's it too. How irritated are you going to be with me that I sit around all day sitting with God in meditation? How long do I do this? All day. And if I can't find my way, there's something wrong. I promise you, I spend hours upon hours just sitting still outside, talking to the universe. Can you deal with that? Just me sitting with God all the time? Not always in your face, not always there, you know what I mean? There, but not there. How irritating is that going to be to you? Because that's what I do. Ask the kids. That's what I do. I just sit all day talking to God. And then when, you know what I mean? Then I have to go out and find ways to, you know, take care of my family, but then I go right back to God. Like, that's all I do. I sit and stare at the stars. I stare at the sky. I stare at the grass. I stare at God. I'm not staring at you, bro. You need constant attention, constant reassurance, constant, you know what I mean? You have a constant life of constant movement outside. I'm constantly staying still, looking inside. Always. I love to go outside, and I make every adventure outside when I do go, but there's a lot of times like today, you ain't going nowhere, bitch. Well, I want to do, but okay. You know what I mean? Like, I literally do this for most of my day and night. I just sit there with God. Are you going to be jealous of that relationship? Are you going to be part of it? Will you sit with me? Will you learn to listen to God? Will you listen to what He's saying to me? Can you tell me what He's saying to you? This is my life. I'm a priest, bro. I'm a priestess. What do you think they do all day? Yeah, I'm a mother. I've got to fucking take care of kids, get them, you know, cleaned up, feed them, clean the room, shit like that. But I'm a priestess, bro. What do you think we do all day? We pray. We stay in devotion. We study God all day. We're waiting for God all day, bro. Just all day. What do you think Jesus did all day, bro? All right, I'll go out and talk to these people. All right, I'll do what you say, God. But then I come back to God. Thank God it's over. Let's just sit down, God. I don't want to go out there again. I want to deal with your people. You know what I mean? What is a priestess, bro? What is that? I'm a servant to God. At any time, I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I gotta leave the bedside because God's calling me. He wants to talk with me outside. Are you gonna be freaked out every time you wake up and I'm outside staring at the moon? You know what I mean? You wake up in the morning and I'm not in bed because I'm already outside talking to God? No, I can't go with you because God wants me to stay here. You're going to get mad because I can't go out to your show because God wants me to stay with Him? Can you understand this? Does this make sense? This is really the truth. It needs to be understood. I don't just say I'm a high priestess. I'm not just one of these fucking card readers. I'm a servant of God all the time. all the time. I don't really exist. I mean, I live here. I live here. But it's his life. If you want to be part of my life, and that's what is that goes back to 2 weeks ago. It's like they can't commit to you because they have to make a commitment to God. Would you abandon me in my faith? If I say God says we got to go, bro, we've got to not to do this. We've got to follow God. And you don't believe, you don't want to let go of something that he said we got to go right now. You ever been a drug dealer and just have to flush and go? Like, we're about to lose everything. Yeah, but I don't want to lose my freedom. We're about to lose everything. I don't care. Leave it. Leave it. Go. We gotta go, dude. They're gonna get us. We gotta go. We gotta go. Fuck it. We'll get new shit. We'll get new shit. Grab the kids. We gotta go. You ever lived like that where you just gotta go? That's what it means to live with God. And, you know what I mean? Can you trust my relationship with God? Probably not, because you don't have it. And I'm trying to encourage you guys to have that type of relationship. But going back to it, it's like, please understand that. It's not just a cool label that I put on myself. It's a brand that God put on me. And not a brand, but like literally, I'm branded to him. It's the mark. I have his anointing upon me. I can't do anything without God. And that goes back to my Holy Spirits. Are you going to, you know what I mean? Like, you do realize I talk to dead people and they're really here. As far as God, like, who's my connections to God's right away? Like, I'm not joking. My kids know I'm not joking about Kobe and Pac and them. They're here, bro, like, all the time. Are you going to, like, roll your eyes every time I say Kobe's here? Every time, you know what I mean? Are you, just because you can't see them, you can't hear them, you don't believe me? You're just going to walk around saying I'm crazy? Do you know what I am? Or you just want me to be part of your life? You just want to capture a phoenix. You want to hold a mystical bird. You want to ride a fucking unicorn. The High Priestess is a card of mystery, and that represents the link to the subconscious mind, the inner world of the self that cannot be accessed through intellect or waking conscious, but which is only revealed in dreams and symbols. Its hidden working shape, underlining personality and respond of an individual who become manifested in the everyday world. Now is not the time to act, but to retreat, think, and meditate. You may find that your dreams and intuitions are very powerful at this time. The other world may be trying to break through with small signs and unexpected encounters that you should take note of. Your views are changing in your life with them. You are about to undergo a new level of enlightenment and a spiritual development. You may be inspired to be creative, and this is a particularly good time for poets and writers. And that's it too. He's asking me to write an album for him. He's asking, you know what I mean? This isn't for me. This is for God. I mean, it is for me because it was a dream that was put in me, but it was only put in me because it was something that was going to align with my purpose for God. You're like, oh, I want to work with you on music. You want to work with God? Are you going to deliver God's message? Or you just want to be part of what God's doing in my life? I can't collaborate with you. Did God bring you to work with me? Did he tell you what we're working on? Did he give you the same vision? Or you're just trying to put on my skin again and be part of my vision? Oh, I can do that too. I'm gonna make positive music and try to change the world too. Really? God told you to do that, then how come you didn't do it sooner? If you could have done it, then why is he asking me to do it? Stop playing around. Oh, if I work with her, then I will be successful. No, you're gonna be fucking under God's fucking rule. That's not what we get over here. The success is the relationship with God. I have a successful relationship with God. It's not determined on the outside. The outside is about struggles and trials and tribulations. It's a boot camp. What's your time on the clock? What's your endurance? How well are you doing on this? What level of Candy Crush are you on? Is the shit crushing you yet? We don't end till our last breath. There's no destination to this. There's no end. God is limitless and the powers that He has and what He's given to us to do. We only see what He wants us to do now. But trust and believe, after now will be another moment of doing. He has great plans for us. He has all of our time completely planned out. I'm just saying that. Now is not the time to act. You may find your intuition, blah, 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 for writers and stuff. Yeah, going back to my album, it's like I didn't see this until I saw it. And I saw it through his eyes and what he wants. I'm not putting my ego on a fucking song. I'm putting God's words on a song. You want to bring your ego? You're not welcome. Your ego is not welcome. Go make your own egotistical fucking album. I'm being called to freaking be a voice. That's what I've always been called to do. You trying to, going back to boho. You're a singer and songwriter? What the fuck are you singing and writing about? Who's your fucking crowd? What are you trying to inspire? What's the point of this? Where did this come from? Where did you come up with this hustle? Trying to hustle somebody? Of course she is. Idiot. The High Priestess can mean that a noble spiritual woman enters your life, either as a friend, teacher, or lover, who can show you the world of the mystical, erotic, and spiritual. She may, however, block you from moving forward too far and too fast, as this is part of her wisdom. To see too much at once is to be overwhelmed. At once would overwhelm you and invite madness. And that goes back to it. If you actually knew, you'd go crazy. You couldn't handle the knowing that is inside. And that's why they only give you one little bit at a time. You can't handle it. And the example will be tomorrow, when God comes to bring you your knowing. He's ready for you to know something you didn't know. He's ready to open your eyes. He's ready to break your heart and open your eyes. Are you going to be accepting of that? Are you ready to receive God's love, which is truth? He's about to give you the truth that you never saw before, and it's going to hurt you. You're going to realize that you are living a fucking lie. Are you going to accept his truth and walk away from the lie, or are you going to keep living the lie? Keep lying to yourself that everything is okay when he shows you it's not. It's a hard knocks life, dude, and I don't have a choice. You know what I mean? When he hits me with it, it's like, fuck, this hurts. Why did I fucking believe this bullshit? I can't believe this no more. I gotta fucking walk in this new reality. I don't know, if I do this, I'm not gonna have no friends. I'm not gonna have this. I'm not gonna have that.
It's only been 2 hours. You had them for 5.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna close this off right now because they're about to get into it about, times and stuff. Let me read the reverse meaning. There is something that you're not seeing. The psychic insight you are receiving may be confusing or misinterpreted. You may be plagued with bad dreams and nightmares. Perhaps you're not listening to your intuition or ignoring something you know deep down to be true. That's it. He already gave it to you. And if he keeps pounding it with you and you keep trying not to see it, it gets painful. And that goes back to Bobby. He kept pushing him at me and kept pushing him at me and kept pushing me at me, and I kept refusing to see it. I know that you have me right in front of his house. I know that you're driving me around him. I know, but I'm not going to I'm not going to act on this. I'm not going to act on this. I'm not going to, for months. I've been here for months and I would not talk to him. Didn't mean God wasn't trying to force me, trying to put me all everywhere that it would spark, this desire to talk to him. And I wouldn't walk in it. Because I didn't want to face it. And then I had to walk in it. And, you can go back to my Christmas videos. I didn't want to. I don't want to do this. You don't have a choice. You can't go forward until you walk in this. Then I walked through it. He brought me to it. He brought me through it. And, I walked on fire. And that's when you don't want to accept this reality, but you have to. You don't want to accept this lesson, but you have to, and he's going to keep shoving this at you until you fucking, you overcome it. You don't get to go forward, bro, until you face this. It happens. What's going to happen tomorrow? I don't know. Maybe Bobby. You're going to face him now? I don't know. That's it. It's like sometimes you don't really, why not? You're fearful. What are you afraid of? What happened last time? It doesn't necessarily have to be with this person. You always remember what happened last time and you don't want to deal with that again. So you avoid the risk. It goes back to your mind. Right? Let's see. The reverse High Priestess can also mean you've been busy gaining occult knowledge on a superficial level without any comprehension of its true significance. That'd be Wolfman. You can study all of this, bro. You can go buy all these cards and everything, but you don't understand what it's for. And that's what these tarot readers, they will literally go out. She went out, Empress, whatever her fucking name is, went out and bought the Black Moon Lilith cards and has no idea, tried to use them as an oracle card in the middle of her tarot reads. That's not what that's for, you dumbass. You know what I mean? They read all of this stuff on, that goes back to Mike. Mike is trying to put a bunch of spirituality in him to make his reality more comfortable. If I can put this in me and then I can put it outside of me. That's not how this works, idiot. It's just not how it works. You can't study Jesus and expect Jesus to come in and make everything better. All you're learning, if you're studying mysticism, religion, yoga, anything, spiritual, you know what I mean? All of this, you're just studying it. You're not applying it. Possibly merely to impress others. This can be that she can indicate a charlatan, meaning you're just trying to sound cool. That goes back to Will Smith talking about the dark night of the soul. Bro, you are nothing. You're not soul. He tried to say that he took this journey of healing and now he's a better person. Diddy showed that that's not true. There's nothing better about you. You've done nothing to better your life, your family's life, nothing. You're a lie. That goes back to Russ when he made that song Dirt, trying to tell people he wasn't going to let the devil get him no more. Bro, you don't even believe in God, and you're all about that devil shit. You're a lie. And that goes back to Kanye's post that just got deleted. He must have saw the comments, because I got in there with somebody's like, it was a celebrity. I don't know who it was, but they're like, I guess the Jesus thing is over. And I went in and straight explained it. I was like, I explain what he's doing. Come find me on YouTube, this, that, and the other. And a bunch of people started liking it. So that probably irritated the shit out of him. It's like you guys just try to be something you're not. You try to use, and that's why I said, Trump trying to put religion back into here. He's trying to put the fear of God in you. So you go act right. He wants you to act like a Christian. They want you to act like these people. But you're not. You're just a bunch of fucking actors. She can mean that you failed to come to terms with yourself as a man or woman. Or if you are a man, it can indicate that you are overly emotional and make yourself a doormat for others. Well, I mean, there's many of you. That would be Bobby. That would be Russ. That would be Lewis. That would be Allie. Who else? You fucking doormats. Whatever you like. And meanwhile, you're completely turned off to your emotions. All you care about is how everybody else feels. You don't care about nobody else's feelings. And realistically, in essence, you don't care about your own. You're just trying to keep the peace so you don't have to feel bad. If you can keep them happy, you don't have to feel bad. Some weak-ass shit. Weak-ass shit. Well, at least we got into the bullshit. And I was able to speak my truth. And that's just it. I don't know who the fuck you are and, all of that, but I know who I am. And that's what Jesus said, is know thyself. You're nothing more than a rapper. Confirmation. What was that? You're nothing more than a rapper. You're nothing more than a driver, Lewis. You're just a fucking Formula 1 driver. You're your fucking profile. You know what I mean? I see June. Jesus. You're nothing more than Russ's mother. And if you didn't have Russ, you wouldn't be anything, because your other two kids ain't shit. Sucks to be you, right? And that goes back to the brothers and sisters. They're nothing. They have no identity outside of their brother. That's what makes them special, is their brother. His identity that he's created for himself, they suck and live off of. Why would 26,000 people want to be friends with his sister? She doesn't have a friend. She's completely insecure. She's fat. She's ugly. She has mental issues. We're talking about his brother, his sister, or his brother. Same thing. Why is 28,000 people following his brother when he has no life, no job, no wife, no kids, no excitement? None of them post anything unless Russ takes them somewhere. Why is 38,000 people fucking following his mother? Oh, that's right, because he's always posting pictures with his mother. If we want to see him, we must follow her, because he's always with her. Interesting. And he knows it. Without him, they're nothing. So he has to, you know what I mean? That goes back to Bobby. Bobby holds up not only his wife, but his baby mama and her husband with his child support. Why is all this even happening? She's married. She has a new husband. And Bobby has to pay child support for this other kid. Right? And still pay for his current kid and her whole lifestyle plus her education and everything else. No, he can't see a future with me. He's drowning and fucking taking care of other people. I'm just more work to him. Because this is what women bring him, is headaches. And that's exactly what he said to me. Do you know how much it would cost to raise your 4 children? Which I found beautiful that he acknowledged I had 4, but the other 2 are absolutely grown and I don't need your help to take care of them. And I'm not asking you to financially take care of my children. I'm asking you to love me. But now you have this idea that in order to love me, you have to take care. I mean, yeah, but like it's all of this because of that's his current lifestyle. His current reality leaks into mine. I'm not that bitch, bro. And that goes back to Marshall. I'm not fucking Kim, bro. Just because I talk cool like that and I smoke weed, I'm not like that bitch, bro. Stop putting that bitch on me. Stop putting your mothers on me. Stop putting everything on me. I don't wear that skin. Oh, she must be this type. I'm not that type. I'm none of these types. I'm a type you never even had before. I'm a high priestess, bro. You never met a priestess in your fucking life. Quit pretending like you ever have. And you want to tell everybody, well, who is she? What does she do? You're going to size me up to people? You're going to tell people who I am? I can't even. There's a fucking 10 words that I have to use to the beginning, and that's not even true to what I really am. Spiritual teacher, seer, shaman, oracle, psychic, mystic, medium. That's not really what I am. Those are just words you use to describe something of a person that resembled something like me. I want to meet a real psychic that's like me. I want to meet a person that talks to dead people like me. I want to meet someone that knows God like me. I want to meet someone that actually talks to the ancestors. None of you are like me, but yet you want to put on my skin and act like you are. Put your own skin on and look at what you look like. The mirror. The mirror, bro. The mirror. Here comes Michael Jackson. Hey, I love you guys. We're starting early. We're already tapping into our Friday shit, and that's it. You gotta wake up, bro. You gotta wake up. Wake up to what you're doing and what's going on in the world around you. Me, on the other hand, as you've seen in the cards, I'm just in a cocoon. I need to just stay in the cocoon until I can fly. You know what I mean? I'm already awake. I'm waiting for my wings to dry. And then I can, catch the wind and fly with the wind. That's it. Can't force it. The rest of you, I don't know. We hit some tenders places, and hopefully you're going to do something about it. Or not. You're going to get on Tinder and try to find someone to make you feel good in your skin for Valentine's Day. I'm not sure. If you don't feel good by yourself, nobody else is going to make you feel better. You have to learn how to feel good in your own skin. You know what I mean? Truthfully. It's really the truth. Hey, laters, haters.